Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute since I have filmed like this. I couldn't even tell you the last time, and I am beyond excited to bring these readings back to you. It's been a while. As you can tell by the title of this video, today we are reading for the royals. Today we are going to be reading for King Charles, Prince William, Kate, Prince Harry and Meghan. So I'm going to get straight into it. If you enjoy the reading, please do hit a lovely thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to join our lovely community. 51% of you are not subscribed, and subscribing helps me to continue to be able to make this content. So yeah, please do subscribe and join our lovely community for more videos just like this one. Let's get into the energies. So we are going to start with King Charles. I am going to do them in sections. I think that'll just be easier, but obviously if the energies flow into other people's parts of the readings, then that's exactly what happens. So I always premeditate whenever I read, and that's just so I can get into the energy, see what's going on, see what the energy is holding. You know what? Let me just move a bit closer so I can shuffle properly. That would help. Right. I don't know if you can see me in the camera. No. Okay. So when I was premeditating on, I always find that sounds so weird, premeditating, like I'm planning something. I shouldn't be. Anyway, when I was premeditating on King Charles, which is so weird to call him that, so just forgive me if I do call him Prince Charles at any time during this reading. The first thing I picked up was how he is going to reign as king. So for some of you who didn't know, Queen Elizabeth had a motto, and her motto was, "A queen must be seen to be believed." So, you know, the Queen always wore very bright clothing, she always made public appearances, she always put herself in front of the camera, you know, not in front of the camera, but in front of the world, you know. She believed a queen must be seen to be believed. And what I feel from, well, the phrase I actually heard from Spirit about King Charles was, he is going to be the silent king. And he very much believes in the opposite, and that he is going to rule very differently to his mother. But Spirit is giving me about 15-16 years. You know, he will have a much shorter reign. Obviously he's come to the throne much older than his mother did, and yeah, he's going to reign completely differently. But the phrase I got from Spirit was, he will be the silent king. He will not reign in the way that his mother did. You know, his mother really did try to be for the people. She really tried to attend like events and things like that. And whilst he will still make public appearances and things like that, I don't feel like he's going to reign in the way that the people would want him to. And his reign, I feel, is going to really provoke a real turning point. When we get to the point where his coronation takes place, I feel like we're going, and yeah, I think it is in June. Spirit is giving me June. I feel like we are going to see a lot of protests, because a lot of people in this country, and I am in the UK, they don't want a royal family anymore. You know, we really did, I feel, as a nation, stand by the Queen. She very much represented Great Britain, and now she's gone. It leaves us in this weird phase of, you know, do we really need a royal family anymore? And I know some people really do feel that way. So I feel like we are going to see a lot of protests around his coronation, and because of the type of person that King Charles is, he's very blunt, straight to the point, quite blasé, similar to the way that his father was. He doesn't really care as much, you know, about it. You know, I remember seeing a video, we will get into the cards, sorry. I remember seeing a video of someone saying to him, you know, how can you, you know, parade in these streets when, you know, we've got a cost of living crisis and all that kind of thing. And he just kind of went, oh, and just walked off. And I feel like there's going to be so many of those moments that for the younger generation, they're not going to like it. They're not going to stand for it. It's going to rub them the wrong way. And I feel like because of his blasé, blunt, kind of I don't kind of care attitude, that kind of cold attitude, like, don't get me wrong, the Queen wasn't exactly like overly mushy or anything like that, but she had a way of being able to portray that she cared. And in a sense, I feel like because she was a woman, people saw her as like a grandmother, a mother. She had that maternal kind of way with her that he's not going to be able to portray. And so he's going to rub people the wrong way. And I really do feel that. And his silence is going to work against him. I feel Spirit's now drawing me to Camilla. I feel like she's not happy about this. You know, they are at the age where really people retire. They don't start jobs at these ages, you know. So Spirit, please can we have, I'm being pulled to 3 cards. So please can we have 3 cards for King Charles? Okay. Yeah. Please can we have 2 more cards for King Charles? I also feel that there has been a cut-off in communication with Harry and Meghan. So I feel like any communication that is now happening between Harry and Meghan and the royal family is happening via third-party correspondence. I feel like any direct phone calls or text messages, they are not being answered by the King. They are not being answered by Prince William. And I feel like that is because they are very on edge about... Obviously, we know that Harry and Meghan have been very vocal about the way they were treated. And I feel like there's nerves from the King and from Prince William that if they put something in text or they say something on the phone, it's going to be recorded, or they're going to take those messages and it's going to be portrayed. So, or it's going to be leaked to the public. So I feel like they have been recommended by those that actually run the royal family, who we don't know, let's call them the men in suits, not to communicate. So I feel like communication has been cut off. Okay, King Charles and his reign. Spirit, please give me 2 more cards for King Charles and his reign. Okay. Okay, King Charles and his reign. King Charles and his reign. Okay. Interesting. Okay. This kind of confirms everything that I already picked up on for what King Charles's reign is going to look like. So first of all, we have the 2 of Cups. Now that means he is not reigning alone. You know, he has his consort by his side. He has Camilla. I do not feel that Camilla is happy about this. I'll be honest. I feel like it's almost like an energy of like, I'd really rather not. And because of that, I don't feel like we will see her kind of do a lot, you know, especially as they get older, you know, they're going to slow down, and I don't feel like we'll see her do a ton of engagements, because I just feel like, you know, like I said, they're in their like mid-70s, like this is an age where you wind down, but she will stand by him. There's nothing that's going to happen there. 2 of Cups is a love commitment, you know, I'm with you in this till the end, and I feel like that's just confirmation from Spirit that they will reign together and they will be together till the end. I actually feel like she may outlive him, actually. I feel like he may go first. 3 of Pentacles. So this is a card that represents a team effort, okay? King Charles was very much about scaling down the royal family. So, for example, people like Beatrice and Eugenie, he was very much like, you know, you will not kind of have the privileges that like William has because you do not do the work that William does. And the 3 of Pentacles is about working as that tight team unit. He's very much all about that. He will run a tight ship. Editing Kirsty here. I'm just editing this back. And with the 3 of Pentacles, I also feel that King Charles has been very tactical about who he keeps close to him. He knows that he needs Prince William and Kate to rule successfully. He knows he's not favoured. He knows he knows they're more favourable than he is with the British public, and so he needs them. And so I feel he's going to do whatever William wants, which really is to cut off Harry. And yeah, he's been tactical about who he keeps close to him, and that is picked up. That is what I pick up with the 3 of Pentacles also. Behind closed doors, Spirit tells me he will run a tight ship, and for some reason, 3 of Pentacles is about creating money. I feel like he will bring in more money for the country. I know a lot of people say that the royals take money from the country. They do also actually generate a lot of money for the country, whether you want to hear that or not, they do. And I feel like he will make a lot of changes to the way certain palaces are run, or he might open up more of the palaces so that people can actually go and see them, which is going to generate more money in terms of tourism. I'm also feeling with this card, his dad had the Duke of Edinburgh, which was like a, I don't really know what it is. It's like an apprenticeship kind of thing for young people where they can go and they can learn skills and they can get Duke of Edinburgh badges and stuff like that, and they can put it on their CVs. I feel like he is going to launch something very similar in connection with small businesses and entrepreneurships that is in connection with his own kind of charity. But this is about generating money. I feel like he is business minded. I feel like he would like to generate more money from the country. And I feel like that's going to be the focus of his reign. Seven of Wands. Okay, so Seven of Wands is about staying your ground and persevering with your beliefs and what you want, and this is exactly what I said. The Queen very much took into consideration how the people felt. Spirit tells me that the Queen would have often been heard saying, well, what do the people think? What is the vibe out there? You know, not the vibe, she wouldn't have said what's the vibe, but, you know, she would have said, you know, what's the feeling out there? What are people speaking about? What are they saying? You know, the Queen didn't actually get to make a lot of decisions, but she did have influence. And this is going to be very opposite when it comes to King Charles. I don't feel King Charles is the people's king. He's not asking how the people feel. He's not asking what that is. And Spirit is drawing me to like conversations he's having with prime ministers, and how his mother would have handled that is, how do the people feel about this? What is the feeling out there in the public? King Charles is feeling very opposite to that, where he's like, well, what is the best for the government? What is best for the economy? What is best for the system? And it just feels very different. And like I said, he's going to be unapologetic about that approach. He doesn't really care about, I don't think it's fair to say he doesn't care about people, but it does feel like that. He believes what he believes, and that's what this card is all about, like standing your ground, persevering with your own truth and your own belief, regardless of anybody else's opinion on it. And so that's really what I feel for him. He is going to lead based on his own bias and what he feels and what he wants, rather than the feeling of the people. And he's going to be the silent king. You know, I have to be honest, even from, you know, I am a UK citizen, you know, there's so many issues right now. We haven't heard anything from the king since he was, well, he's not been coronated, but no public video, nothing. Like, so, and I feel like that is going to continue, and Spirit does give me 15 to 16 years. I do feel like that will be how long he reigns for. I don't feel like he will stand down. I feel like his title will get passed on when he passes away. So I feel like he will pass away. I don't know how old he is, but Spirit's giving me like 86 to 90. But yeah, I feel he will be either known as the Silent King, or that's just the phrase that Spirit have given. So that's that. Hi lovely, thank you so much for watching so far. Did you know that 51% of you are not subscribed to this channel? 51%! Please do subscribe, it helps me to keep running this channel, to keep making this kind of content, and we would love to have you as part of our lovely community. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button down below, it's entirely free, and you'll be updated whenever I upload videos just like this one. Thank you so much. So next we have William and Kate. Oh goodness, okay. I'm drawn always very much to William's energy whenever I read this dynamic, because I feel that he does have the dominant energy. And some of the words I wrote down before turning on the camera was tensions. But specifically from William, he holds grudges. William is a bit pretentious. Is that the right word? No, I don't know if that's the right word. He's fake. Like, I feel like I said this in the reading I did for him before, like what we see in front of the camera, like this kind, smiley person, is not the same behind closed doors, and he has a very cold and dismissive energy, I feel, at home. More like, he's very like regimented. And, you know, I know he did spend time in the army or the royal forces, but he does feel like very tense, very cold, very regimented, very like, no, this is the way it has to be, this is the way it's always done. You know, he's very traditional in that sense. And I just feel a lot of sadness with Kate, I'll be honest. I feel a lot of silence. I feel a lot of having to just put up and shut up kind of thing, and it doesn't feel great. And I put here, you know, he's keeping up appearances and he holds these grudges, like you know, especially with Harry and everything that's happened, you know, there's an anger there of like, you've made me look bad, you've tarnished my reputation, and there's like an embarrassment with him, and it is like, I will cut you off, I don't want anything to do with you, don't contact me. Now, I've spoken before that I do feel they will reconcile in the future, and I still do feel that, like 40s, 50s, well not 40s, they're in their 40s, like late 40s, 50s, 60s, I feel like we could see them come back together. I do feel that Harry and Meghan will part ways in their older years, and I feel like they may be able to reconcile and find some peace. but I feel like it's a long, long time before we get there, and I just feel like there is tension in that marriage, this marriage with Kate and William. But will it ever end? Absolutely not. They are dedicated to the cause. They will put on a brave face. They will put on a front. They will make it look a certain way. But is it like truly happy? It's not like, listen, I feel like they're fine with the way it is. But I feel like if you were to really see the truth, you'd be like, oh, it's not, you know, what they portray it to be. So let's pull some cards on William and Kate and see what the vibe is. Maybe how they're feeling about this Netflix documentary. I haven't seen it yet as I'm filming this. It is the 8th. This reading I feel will go up tomorrow. So I probably would have watched it by the time it's gone up, but I haven't seen it as of yet. So William and Kate, how are they feeling? You know, they just toured America. I feel like they got a very frosty reception. Let's see, what's the vibe? What's the vibe? Okay, okay. Interesting, okay. William and Kate, William and Kate, William and Kate. Woo! Now you know me, guys. Is it a Kirsty Lewis reading? If a card does not fly out on the floor, absolutely not. Of course it's not. Okay. Oh, yeah. Alright, we'll do a clarity and guidance spread for this. So if you didn't know, I do offer clarity and guidance readings over on my website. I offer a lot of other readings there, love and relationships, clarity and guidance, 1 questions, break through your insecurities and blockages. I also do a chakra reading over there. So if you'd like to see more info on the readings that I do offer and you'd like your own personal reading with me, just visit my website, www.kirstielewis.com. I'll leave the link in the comments as well. And in the description. It's the only place you can book a reading with me, but there's more info over there. So, oh, okay, right, let's do, okay, Spirit, Kate and William. Please show me Kate and William. Okay. Interesting. This is interesting. They're about to get some backlash over something. Okay, okay, alright, Kate and William. Yeah, Okay, 4 more cards, please, Spirit, for Kate and William. 4 more cards for Kate and William. Please show me Kate and William. Please show me Kate and William. Okay. There's a lot of reverse cards here. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, let's pull 2 more and see. Kate and William. Okay. It's all about reputation. It's all about how I look. And he's quite, I feel with Prince William, the energy just feels like he's quite self-centered and quite selfish. How do I look? How does this make me look? How do I look to the public? Is my reputation tarnished? Me, 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 me. All of this here is just like me, 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 me. Let's pull the final card. Prince William and Kate. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. So, okay, bear in mind, this is a card pull on Prince William and Kate. There's no, I was about to say Prince Charles, even with King Charles and Camilla, there was the love, there was the 2 of Cups, first card, love commitment, I'm here for you, I'm riding for you. There's no love card here. And I have to say that when I tap into the energy, I don't feel love here. I feel like we're in a partnership, we're in a business relationship, we're just like presenting ourselves as these 2 people. I wouldn't be surprised if later on down the road William goes on to have an affair, if he hasn't already. I know there were speculations, but looking at this, there's no love cards here, and there's not even any really room or representation of Kate's energy. This is William. This is me, 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 me. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. First 2 cards come in joint together, energetically tied. So 5 of Pentacles is a card that represents loss of money. All right. And the Knight of Wands is a card, when it's upright, it means you are clear about your path, you are clear about your purpose, you are moving forward with desire. That card is reversed, okay? And this says to me that William has been thrown off course and he's scared. There's a fear there that, not that he's not going to be able to make money, because really for him he's always going to be looked after, but that the place that he gets his money from, which is the institution, it is the, what do they call it? I don't know, the royal family. That's where he gets his money. That's where he's looked after. There is a fear here that if things continue to go as they are, he is going to lose that. He's going to lose how he makes money. He's going to lose his comfort and his security. And he's feeling very lost about it. He doesn't know how to handle it. I feel there's conversations that have been had like, do I go and speak out to the public? Do I do an interview? I feel like that's genuinely been asked. Like, do I do an interview? Do I do a documentary? Do I say my side to this? Like, he's in very much real turmoil about this, because for Prince William, I really feel it's all about reputation. How do I look? Next we have, again, energetically tied, the King of Swords and the Emperor reversed. This is insane. This is crazy, because these two cards went upright, so powerful. Okay, this is a powerful, authoritative male figure. Sorry, my battery just died there. So hopefully everything looks the same and I can just pick up from where I was. So what I was saying was, when these two cards are upright, it basically represents feeling in control, in power, that masculine leader energy, feeling authoritative, feeling in control, feeling like you know what you're doing, you're leading the way, you have got the authoritative role. These two cards are not upright, they are both reversed. William is feeling very powerless. He's feeling like, people think I'm a bad person, people don't like me, my reputation is ruined, how I look, you know, basically like I've been tarnished. That's what I feel. I just feel like it's very much all like how I look, how I feel, all of this. And yeah, I feel like he's feeling quite powerless. And again, I just don't feel Kate in any of this. It's like she's just kind of tagging along, doing whatever he wants her to do, putting up, shutting up, just kind of being such a, like, what's the word? Is it subservient? That's really what I feel. And it's just like, it's selfish. Like, it feels selfish, self-centered, like just me, just very focused on me and, you know, how I'm going to turn this around, how I am going to turn these cards around again, how I am going to get back on top, how I am going to look like a strong leader again, because he knows right now, with everything that's being exposed with the royal family, you know, the racism, the corruptness, he knows he's not looking good, and it doesn't sit very well with him. So I do feel like there are meetings being had, there are words being spoken, you know, what can I do to turn this around? How can I make this better? Moving on to the next cards. He is going to try and make it better. And I feel like the way he wants to do this is by being charitable. So the royal family really pride themselves on being philanthropists, being charitable, giving back to the people, you know, yeah, being charitable. And I feel like we're going to see them, especially next year, I feel, especially around the coronation, when I feel we are going to see a real uprising, a real fight back, a real push back on the royal family. We're going to see a lot of it, there may even be like a new kind of like party or organisation formed that is like anti the royal family. Like, we're going to see like a real, I really feel it, we're going to see like a real kind of like uprising against it. And I feel like around that time, because again I'm drawn strongly to June. Look out in June 2023 for a lot going on around the royal family. These are both 6 cards. Again, June is the 6th month, and I feel around that time we're going to really see him kind of push this, we're for the people, we're charitable, we give back, we do so much good. I really feel like we're going to see that around that time, to kind of dismiss away from the pushback against the royal family and people not wanting there to be one. The 6 of Pentacles is all about giving money. It's about being generous with money. It's about giving away money, being like, you know, I feel like that's what he's going to try and do to kind of win his reputation back, which is what the 6 of Wands is all about. 6 of Wands is all about reputation. Being seen to be this great person, being seen to be, you know, doing good, being seen to be someone. This card, when it's the original Rider-Waite deck, which is actually pictures, the Six of Wands is pictured with someone riding a horse, and around them crowds are cheering like, yes, you're amazing, you know. It's about that recognition from other people. I feel like William thrives on recognition from other people. I feel like inwardly he's quite an insecure soul, and so he thrives on getting that recognition from others. He likes that validation, that external validation, to be told like, oh, you're amazing, thank you so much, you're doing so much. He wants that, you know, and it is kind of like being on your high horse, thinking you're above other people. He wants to feel that, and I feel like he's going to try and gain that power back through being charitable. But look out around June for that to happen. And then finally, we have the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles, okay? There is something here, and I don't know what it is, but William feels very concerned about finances. We've seen a lot of money cards here. We've seen the Six of Pentacles. We've seen the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles coming out first is confirmation that there is a fear that I'm going to lose my money, all right? And I feel like with these two as the final cards, the Hierophant is all about tradition. Sticking with tradition, sticking with the way things are always done, staying formal, sticking to the plan. And I feel like he feels that if he does that, if he just sticks to what he knows, all will be well. Ace of Pentacles is the highest Pentacles card. Pentacles, as we know, is about money, security, safety, finances, the home. And I feel that he feels, if I just stay true to this system, the traditions, then I will be fine. And that, as his ultimate cards, is honestly all that I feel William cares about. He just wants to stay in his position, in those palaces, being looked after, having his royal position, high on his horse, and being perceived to be this amazing person. And you have to remember that people only show us what they want us to see. And I really feel like when it comes to William, that is the case. I'd love to give you more on Kate, but I just don't feel anything here. And it's the same as I always feel when I read her. It's a very subdued, passive, quiet, subservient energy. I feel like there's so much held back. And I feel like at times they do have arguments where she finally... I feel like with Kate, she suppresses and suppresses and suppresses and suppresses, and then she blows. And they probably have like an argument maybe like once a year where it all comes out. But then she just goes back to being subservient. You know, she knows that she's taken on a role where she doesn't get to say what she wants to say. And I feel like she's fine with that. So that is William and Kate. Let's move on to Harry and Meghan. Okay, this is probably the part you've all been waiting for. Okay, if you have skipped to this part, go back and watch the rest. I'm joking. Anyway, okay, Harry and Meghan. So interestingly, when I was meditating before I started filming, the first thing that came through was this baby. And I was like, well, who's having a baby? Like, you know, where do I place this baby? And I feel it is with Harry and Meghan, but soon after the baby energy came through, I heard the word adoption. Now, I know that Harry and Meghan have strong ties. They're somewhere specifically in Africa. I can't remember where it is. Harry loves it there. And I feel that over the next few years, they're going to continue to do a lot of work in this area in Africa, but also that they're going to adopt. I feel like they are going to adopt a child. And I feel like this child is a little girl. And I feel that coming quite imminently. I'm feeling next year or the year after. And I think it's a really beautiful thing. It feels really lovely. And yeah, so as I picked up earlier on in the reading, I feel that communication has been cut off. I feel that Harry and Meghan no longer have like direct communication with the royal family. And I feel like the royal family have cut them off because they are scared that, you know, anything they say is going to be put in a documentary, or it's going to be put in a podcast, or it's going to be put in an interview. That obviously has only added fuel to the fire where Harry and Meghan are concerned. Okay, now Harry and Meghan, when I tap into them, woo, they're on a mission, my friend. They are on a mission. They've got the documentary, the podcast. Like, it's going to be all go for these two. I don't feel like this is even the last documentary we're going to see from them. And they feel really strong. I'll be honest. Like, when I tap into them, they're like, you know, tag team. Like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then you do that. And then it feels like a strong unit they've really built around them. And They haven't got a ton of people around them. I'm seeing Meghan's mother, you know, helping out here and there. They haven't got a lot of people around them, but I feel like the team they have got around them, it's strong, okay? And I feel like right now they're like, we are ready to take on the world. Yeah, Spirit is drawing me to Harry's book. It is going to be a #1 bestseller, especially Spirit's drawing me to the New York bestsellers list. It is going to sell very, very well. And for them, I feel like they're just trying to build up their money. Again, you know, money's a big, big thing here, and Spirit's drawn me back to Prince Harry. Okay, so that also is tied in with Prince William's fear that I picked up on earlier. I feel he's scared, like that. Oh, what is he scared of? Oh, okay, it's more like a. Honestly, he's such a grudgy person. It's more like a tight-fisted, like, I don't want to give Harry any of this money, all of that kind of thing. Like, it's a bit spiteful. You know, like I said, they've been cut off completely. So, anyway, let's see. Okay. Well, what did I say? How can that be the first card? How can that be the first card when I just told you they feel strong? Like, they feel like, I've read for Meghan a few times, Harry, I've read for them before, and it didn't feel like this. And I feel like because maybe when I read for them before, they just left the royal family, they were just finding their feet. I feel like they found their feet and they are on a mission. Like, after this documentary, like, this is not going to be it. There's going to be more. There's going to be more interviews. There's going to be more documentaries. There's going to be more podcasts, because they want to, I don't know what they want. Like, what do they want? They want their truth to be heard. And they want to get their message clear, because they are also very clear that their reputation is not good. Let's be honest. They don't have a very good reputation right now, especially here in the UK. It's not good. Don't feel like they really care, to be honest, about the UK reputation, but they want to have a strong reputation, especially in the States where they've decided to set up home. But they feel strong. Like, between the two of them, it's like me and you against the world. This unit that we've created, we've got this, right? I feel them setting up a new business in the new year, possibly Meghan launching some kind of, if she hasn't already, I'm feeling drawn to like baby clothes or baby books or baby like interior, something to do with babies and home life, like some new kind of lifestyle brand. Spirit makes me feel that Meghan is also going to, what was her blog called? The Tick or something? There's going to be a rebranding of that. 2023 and 2024, I feel like we're going to see a lot of business and branding come from Harry and Meghan. I'm not going to do a clarity and guidance spread. Spirit is saying just 4 cards for them. So, okay, Harry and Meghan. Spirit, show me Harry and Meghan, what's to come. Okay, yeah. Here we go, same card we had for Prince William. A lot of fear about losing money or having to give out money. Spirit is telling me that they are scared of how much they can say, because, okay, alright, we'll get into that, alright, 2 more cards please for Harry and Meghan, 2 more cards for Harry and Meghan, yep, final card for Harry and Meghan please, Spirit, final card for Harry and Meghan please, Spirit. Whew. Final card for Harry and Meghan, please. Final card for Harry and Meghan. I mean, wouldn't expect anything less at all. So, you know when I said I've read, you know, just now when I read for Prince William and Kate, I didn't really feel Kate's energy. I very much feel Meghan's energy here. It's such a different dynamic. They are very much more a team. Where I said Prince William and Kate are more like a partnership, a business like thing, these two are more of like a team. It's a different energy, and like I said, they feel super, super strong, probably the strongest they've ever felt when I've read for them. Like I said before, when I'd read for them, they just left the royal family, you know, things were rocky, they were on the rocks, they weren't sure what they were going to do. I feel like they found their feet. There is a fear with Harry and Meghan of losing money, and that I feel that even though they do speak out a lot, they are also scared of lawsuits, because that's the word I heard when I tapped into this energy. And they draw it back to you know, this card came out for Prince William as well. They're both scared of like losing money and having to owe each other money and like defamation of character and all of those things. So much more goes into it than what we see. There's, you know, contracts and papers that are signed, and yeah, there's a fear about loss of money, but really not caring because they have a mission and they're going to talk anyway. And this mission is very much led by Meghan. You know, I feel like Harry, he definitely has these thoughts and these ideas and these emotions, but she's the creator. You know, it's like when someone, like when you could say something to someone like, oh, you know, I've had this really great idea that I want to do this. She will hear your idea, Meghan, and she'll go, okay, let's actually action it. Swords energy is all about battle, fighting, challenge, moving forward, fighting for your cause. Meghan very much has that energy. She's very, what's the word, like, she has that campaigner energy, that activist energy, that don't just sit with an idea, you know, act on it. And she's very much pushing this forward. You know, Harry's showing up as the knight, which is a lower position than the queen. And so he's like, I'm all for you to take the lead. You take the lead, you pushed us forward. And like I said, we haven't heard the end of them, and the thing motivating them, the thing behind them that's pushing them forward is the Five of Pentacles. They don't want to lose their lifestyle. They don't want to not have money. You know, they've got to keep working. My battery died again. You know, when I film long readings, like my battery can't, like my camera can't take it. It dies frequently. So anyway, let me just proceed. Hopefully I can remember where we were. So yeah, the thing motivating these two is the money. And, you know, listen, we all got to make a living. This world is ruled by money as much as we like it or we don't, okay? They've got to survive. They've been cut off. They're both used to living a certain way. They have to make the money. So the phrase that I'm really hearing with Harry and Meghan is more, more, more. This Netflix documentary, I truly feel, is the beginning. It's just the beginning. Some people will think this is the tip of the iceberg. No, no, no. This is just the beginning. We haven't seen the half of it yet, and I really feel that in 2023 and 2024 they're going to be pushing things more than ever. Like I said, more podcasts, more documentaries, more interviews, more brands, more companies being birthed, campaigning. I do feel this adoption coming in for them. I just feel like they're going to keep going. Like I said, I don't feel Harry and Meghan are forever. I do feel they've got like a long marriage ahead of them, but I don't feel like they're forever. And I just feel like right now they're in a strong place, and they know they're not liked. They're fully aware of it. They fully know, but they also do believe, I do feel that they can change that. A lot of this is ego and reputation. It's the same thing I picked up with Prince William. It's that, you know, people want to be liked, they want to be accepted, they want to be loved. And I feel like these two aren't going to stop until they change the perception of the public, but also until they're heard. I picked up on this before, I'm picking up on it again before I pull away from their energy. Harry is working on a Princess Diana documentary. Over the past few years, we have seen so many Princess Diana documentaries, from the film to the, just so many, but I feel I feel like we're gonna see a documentary, and it could be called something like My Mother in My Own Words or something like that. He is gathering data about how his mother passed away, what really happened, what his experience of that was like, and I feel like he's going to put it into a documentary. I feel like Harry actually has a passion for filmmaking and documentary and that kind of thing, so I feel like we'll see a lot of that from him. And we just haven't seen it all yet. There is so much more to come. But yeah, I feel like, you know, first card that came out, first thing that came through, they are feeling stronger than ever. So, so that is it. That is King Charles, Prince William, Kate, Prince Harry and Meghan. That is what I'm feeling with them right now. I really hope you enjoyed this reading and this video. It's so good to be back doing this. I've got a lot more readings coming to you, a lot more spiritual content as well. If you would like your own personal and private reading with me, I do have a variety of readings available on my website only, which is www.kirstielewisreadings.com. Ask me any questions in the comments if you have any about readings, or you can email me, or you can follow me on Instagram at @IamKirstyLewis, where I also upload lots of spiritual and psychic content. We would love to have you join our lovely community if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for you always, and I will see you soon for another video, lovelies. Bye!